When they control your money, it poses the greatest threat to my right to economic independence in my entire life. For Archax, this is a fairly significant distinction that sets them apart. And as we engage in competition with institutional actors, what they really want to see is the segregation of assets by institutional-grade regulated institutions. There is no longer an XRPL viewing event that we are attending today. This is a multi-chain environment that we are in. The environment we are in is multi-chain. One of the things that we are doing is bringing something with us. The name of the native XRPL protocol is Hoogs, and it was introduced by Mark Contrats. An example of a world order is when a collection of nations from all over the world come to an agreement on a set of rules and then commit to playing by those rules. When it comes to digital money, we are going to require a digital constitution of human rights in order to properly implement it. If she is successful in reducing the number of significant banks to 5 or 6, she will be able to exert influence over those banks. One of the most important steps toward obtaining real-time payments, which reflects a larger movement in the financial environment toward immediacy and accessibility. A bill to abolish the Federal Reserve has been reintroduced, and the time has long since passed. Aware of what you possess? Have a good time, my friend, and more piece of news has arrived at 1 o'clock. We are grateful that you have taken the time to tune in. We have Big Brad Garland. There is a house that is quite enthusiastic about this partnership with Ripple and Archax banking institutions are progressively tokenizing their real-world assets on layer 1 such as the XRP ledger through regulated businesses such as Archax. I anticipate that this trend will continue to increase dramatically in the years to come. During the XRP Apex, Ripple and Archax made the announcement that they are expanding their partnership in order to add hundreds of millions of dollars worth of tokenized real-world assets to the XRP ledger over the course of the following year. Because of this step, the XRP ledger is now firmly established as the premier blockchain for the real world. Tokenization takes place. On the other hand, they said that XRP is a fraud. Aware of what you possess. Archax and Ripple have announced an extension to their existing relationship, which is anticipated to bring in $100 million in tokenized real-world assets on the XRP ledger over the course of the next few years. It is not yet time for the greatest to arrive. Reverberate. Archax, it's only the beginning of our journey. A copy was provided to us by Subject Views. Archax is a digital security exchange that is situated in London and facilitates the trading of blockchain-based assets in a regulated environment. Institutional-grade structure for the segregation of several assets facing insolvency. This section provides a more in-depth look at the structure that we have developed for our institutional-grade organization. In addition, this is the manner in which we hold on to these various kinds of assets. Thus, the nominee structure, also known as the nominee trust structure for securities. And finally, in regard to the safety of the digital side of things. In collaboration with Medico and IBM, we have developed a security solution that is separated into distinct categories. For the controls, we do have a multi-signature mechanism in place. The flow that you see in front of you is a demonstration of the fact that we also have CAS permissions in place, as well as permits for cash and securities. For Archax, this is a fairly significant distinction that sets them apart. Furthermore, as we engage in competition with institutional players, what they are truly interested in seeing is institutional-grade regulated institutions for themselves. The segregation of assets, the manner in which they are held, and the individuals who hold them are of the utmost importance. It is a significant factor that sets us apart from the competition. In addition, this must be done across a variety of assets, including both traditional and digital ones. As for Artrax.com, it is the first registered cryptocurrency exchange in the United Kingdom, offering Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies together with GBP and USD. Our headquarters are located in London, and we were developed by seasoned members of the capital markets, supported by top traditional financial institutions that are committed to security and are certified to ISO 27001 standards. When we claim that the growth of the cryptocurrency business has proceeded to the point where the XRP Ledger blockchain event has become a multi-chain event, we are referring to the fact that we have received XRP drops when we say so. It is too homosexual. We are no longer present at an event for the XRPL blockchain. This is a multi-chain environment that we are in. The environment we are in is multi-chain. We are discussing sidechains at this time. In addition to that, we are discussing the XRPL and medium sidechains as well as other things. The Mr. Small Efficient Code modules that are defined on the XRP ledger accounts are known as XRP hooks. These hooks allow for the execution of custom logic both before and after transactions. We are now introducing a JavaScript runtime as a smart contract language to the chain, and one of the things that we are doing is bringing smart contracts to the native XRP protocol. This is referred to as hooks. I would like to add that to the list of things that we are doing. Specifically, I was merely referring to terms. It is not even appropriate to refer to them as smart contracts. What exactly is the purpose of discussing smart contracts? Rule engines are what this is. The logic that you deploy to the network is as follows. Thus, the network is able to impose certain requirements that your application requires. This is significant not just because it enables us to engage in novel activities, but also because it makes it quite evident that we aim to remain at this location for the foreseeable future. There is control over the surroundings. The level of regulation is going to increase. Increased importance is placed on end users. I would think that the most important thing is that end users require certain protections. They are in need of it because in the absence of it, we are not going to be successful in this area. In order to ensure the safety of end users, we must take measures that are as straightforward as feasible in order to make sure they are protected. Therefore, the typical if-then pattern is more than sufficient for the situation. Why should a payment be blocked if the sender of the payment is on an advisory blacklist that has X number of entries? Or made it possible for a user to choose whether or not they wish to block it. As a result, Ripple XDev has presented the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain to the public. The addition of Ethereum virtual machine compatibility to the XRP Ledger is something that we are very enthusiastic about. This will improve interoperability and open up new potential in the realm of decentralized finance and real-world assets. This is the black swan capitalist that we have. In order to maintain financial stability and facilitate settlements, the United States dollar has been the reserve currency. The globe. XRP, on the other hand, is a new sovereign cross-border settlement mechanism that may readily step in when the petrodollar continues to lose its value, to take over the function of the dollar while also using it as a resource. An example of a world order is when a collection of nations from all over the world come to an agreement on a set of rules and then commit to playing by those rules. It is always the financial system that serves as the foundation for a world order. And what we are witnessing in the world now, I believe, is that we are on the verge of a significant transformation, in which we are about to, and I will say this with confidence, we are about to abandon the conventional method of monetary and accounting systems and replace them with a new one. For a considerable amount of time, everyone has been forecasting that the dollar will perish. The new accounting system, which we refer to as blockchain, is the new accounting system. This is a digital term. It can be defined as the possession of an almost perfect record of each and every transaction that takes place in the economy, which will provide us with a significantly greater level of clarity regarding what is taking place. Additionally, it poses significant threats to the equilibrium of power that exists between citizens and their respective states. The digital constitution of human rights is something that I believe will be necessary in the future, if we are going to have money that is decentralized. In addition to that, the essence of this new currency will be sovereign. There is a widespread misconception that digital currency is both crypto and private. In light of the fact that the current climate is extremely precarious and unstable, I find it quite challenging to discuss the new world order that we are about to enter. That this is the second time in my lifetime that I have witnessed the superpowers actually threatening the danger of nuclear war is something that I have witnessed. From John Deaton's perspective, it is not an exaggeration to assert that Elizabeth Warren is the most influential lobbyist for the banking industry in the United States. I am Mr. Man XRP. John Deaton was interviewed. During my appearance on the local television station in Boston, I communicated with a few individuals. According to what I have stated, Elizabeth Warren is the single most powerful lobbyist for the banking business that we have at the present time. Moreover, I believe that it boils down to the fact that she desires to be in charge. And if she is successful in reducing the number of significant banks to 5 or 6, she will be able to exert influence over those banks. There is no doubt that you are considering that programmable money, and you are considering it. CBDC was issued by the Federal Reserve.